Hey guys, welcome back to our urban homestead. My name is Chelsea. For those of you who are new, I welcome you and thank you so much for being here. This is my weekly garden tour and a lot has happened and I'm very excited to share it with you. For those of you who are not familiar with me, I live in the city. I grow lots of food and not a lot of space. I preserve, canning, dehydrating, all of the things. I raise chickens. Those chickens give me two things. They give me eggs and then they give me meat and also entertainment. So really three things. So let's take our little walk through my garden spaces. I'm gonna show you what's going on behind me in the green stalk. I recently I think maybe 4 or 5 days ago, put some bush beans in the bottom. I pulled up the beets that I had in there, and I did have some spinach growing up here, but it went to seed. I harvested the seed from that. So let's get looking at this green stalk, shall we? Up here you can see my basil and my herbs are doing wonderful. This is the container kale. It's a small variety. It's wonderful for small containers like this and perfect size for kale chips. And then this is butter crunch lettuce. I'm coming and cutting these down to about 2 inches every other day, and I'm getting like a quart of lettuce, if not more, a day. I have a couple strawberry plants in here, and then I just put these bush bean seeds in. I put 3 in each hole and they're all doing really good. Except for those bottom two. All right, now let's take a little walk to my favorite area. Look at my lilies, they're coming up. Oh, they're so beautiful. Look at that gorgeous rose. Love it. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera around. These are canna lilies, yeah. I can't remember what that's called. I think it's like a wave petunia or something like that. This is oregano. This is a hot oregano. This is regular oregano. I have quite a couple different places, and I've already cut those down quite a few times and dehydrated. So the scarlet runner beans are starting to go over, but look at how beautiful the flowers on these are. Hummingbirds absolutely love them, and I do too. They look stunning once they open up. They're just beautiful. The eggplant is finally starting to do really well. I was quite worried that the growth was stunted. This is a red cabbage. Oh, look at the tiny little head. It's so cute. Now look, I had a squirrel in here earlier digging. I actually caught him trying to climb on the trellis here. I was so mad. These are the dinosaur kale. So I harvest them from the bottom, and these will continue to just grow and grow and grow. That is a bush cucumber. I have to weed. It's been so hot, and we've gotten like 6 inches of rain in the past couple days. Oh, Look at that little son of a gun. Digging up my onions. Oh! I've got to come and give these a little haircut. Bush beans are gone wild. Absolutely wild. This zucchini, I put the seed in, I think 2 weeks ago, and it is doing great. Oh, sucker got into my garlic too. So I want to talk about the garlic for a minute. These are scapes of the garlic. I need to come and cut these off. There's a couple of them. I think I see like 4. Need to come cut those off. And what that will do is send the energy back down to the bulb. And these will be ready for harvest pretty soon. And what you do, don't throw these away. These are delicious. I'm just going to cut them up and dehydrate them, and then I'll powder them and put them in soups and what have you. Another kale, I harvested a lot off of this yesterday. Look at these bush beans. Oh, so excited for tons of beans this year. Strawberries in the front, they're starting to peter out. Look at this, my giant snapdragons are starting to bloom. Beautiful. So pretty. Aren't they gorgeous? I've got another kale. And we'll be having beans soon. Onions, I'm not too sure how these are gonna go. Wait, no, this is garlic. Yeah, this is the garlic, and those are the onions, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Look at this massive zucchini. I'm gonna show you in a separate video. I like to prune my zucchini because, see, they're starting to get some female flowers, and we got a couple male flowers over here, and I want the pollinators to be able to pollinate them well. Humongous. Another oregano. Couple more onions. Teddy bear sunflower. Couple more eggplant, and it's starting to get some flowers. Beautiful purple flowers on eggplant. Love them. So this side of my trellis has the Kentucky Wonder Pole beans, and they're finally starting to do their thing. Oh, I see one of the flowers has opened up. Look at that. I mean, come on. Gorgeous. And it's a bean plant. So you get beauty and food. There's 4. These are determinate varieties. These are Manitoba tomatoes, and getting lots of flowers on them. So that's exciting. This next area I'm about to show you, I originally did not, this is not what my plan was for this area. It was just going to be all flowers, but that didn't happen, and I'm like, well, let's shove some more peppers and tomatoes in there, because why not, right? There's some flowers, but yeah, I mean, this is not a small or not a large space by any means, and there's a lot of food growing here. tomatoes and peppers. And they're all doing really good considering how tight everything is in here. I don't know what the heck I do, but my marigolds like get huge. Like that is just from one seed. Yeah, they're like marigold bushes almost. Isn't this celosia beautiful? I love it. So this is another teddy bear sunflower. I had never grown them. I didn't realize that they got to be this size, but I mean, they're beautiful. Lots of flowers. These are also determinate tomatoes, more Manitoba tomatoes. More peppers and tomatoes. Starting to get some bell peppers coming on to the plants, so that is wonderful. All right, now I'm going to show you the potatoes. So this is the front potato patch. I did 2 varieties this year, Kennebec and Norland Reds. These are determinate potatoes, and that means that you don't have to keep mounding them up or mounding dirt around them, which I like. So they're starting to flower, and some of them have purple, like one variety has purple flowers. Aren't they beautiful? Gorgeous. And this was my experiment part this year. All I did was, it's the Ruth Stout method. I just had some bales of straw that had overwintered, and I made rows, laid the potatoes down on top of the grass. Wasn't even soil, and covered them with the straw, and then I filled in with wood chips between the rows because I got that humongous chip drop. So, and if they don't work this year, that's okay. Where these rows are, I plan on doing peppers or more tomatoes next year. If it does work, well, I'll do potatoes there again. But they're doing really good. So my garden, my front garden, let's come sit in the shade. My front garden is not, it's not a humongous space by any means. It is, with the fence area is, I think it's 30 by 20 or something to that effect. But the raised beds are 16 feet long and 8 feet this way. So 16 feet and then 8 feet. I don't know. You do the math for how many square feet that is. Math is not my subject. And then the side where I showed you all of those peppers and tomatoes squeezed in, that's only 2 foot wide, and it runs the length of one of the fences. And there's a lot of food growing in here. So don't think you have to have a big farm to grow a lot of food, because you don't. And I hope you stick around come harvest time to see just how much food I get out of this space. It's amazing and I love it. So, all right, let's go take a look in the back. We gotta let the chickens out too. Hello, ladies. Hi, girls. Oh, hi, Debbie. So the first things I ever grew at this house were just in these 3 boxes right here. So this used to be a bench and we never sat on it. And I thought, you know, I really want to grow some food. And so we ripped the boards off of here, filled it with hay and then some soil and compost, and I grew green beans and cucumbers in here, and a tomato and a pepper. And I, you know, had little bamboo stakes, and that is where I started at this house growing food. And then every year I just grew more and more and more. I had buckets all over growing food. And then now I have what I have going on now, which is not as big as I want, but it's a start, right? And I think it's pretty cool that in the city I grow as much food as I do. So let's take a look at what I have growing up here. So now in here, these are all wildflowers. There's some stinging nettle in here that I still have not taken care of. This chamomile all self-seeded from last year, and I have already had my first cup of the year of chamomile tea. I will come after I do this video and pick all the flowers off so I can have some more. These are, I think, butternut squash and an acorn squash. Look how big they've gotten since last week. I mean, I can't believe it. They're doing really good. So we'll see. It's my experiment this year. And like I've said before, I'm gonna have them fall over and just grab onto the trellis that's down there. Same with these cucumbers. They are starting to put their runners off and getting ready to vine. So I'm just trying to train them to go down here. They'll come down and then go all the way down to where I can reach them. They're doing really good. It's crazy what 1 week difference it makes. So those are, oh, you can't see, those are Market More cucumbers. These are pickling cucumbers. And I don't know what's going on with these. I mean, they've gotten bigger since last week. I really think I put bush cucumbers in here by mistake. I don't know. We'll see. Look at this though, y'all. That's my hen that now identifies as a rooster. It'll die pretty soon, but I think the flowers are gorgeous on them, so I'm leaving it. So behind me is another growing space that I have. These are raised beds, as you can see. And then I have my, what I call high tunnel. It's one of those cheap Amazon greenhouses. I spent spent like $100 on it. This was before the pandemic, and it's lasted. I don't take it down. It stays up all year. With the few modifications I've done to it, it's really lasted. So this is where else I grow food here. So let's go take a look. Massive zucchini. And I actually, believe it or not, have already pruned the bottom leaves from this, and looking like I'm gonna have to do it again. But it's got quite a few female and male blossoms on it. This one I had to reseed a couple weeks ago. I don't know, probably 3 weeks ago, because the first one never germinated, but look how gorgeous it's doing. These are yellow bush beans. Oh, spider on me. Yellow bush beans here. This is that, if you go back to last week's video, this is, look how big that volunteer tomato's gotten. Absolutely wonderful. These are strawberries that I have to move to the front strawberry bed. They're just about done. Looks like there's, yeah, there's still some in there, but they're just about done for the year. Let's take a moment to appreciate this beautifulness. Oh, snapdragons and the Spanish moss roses, or some people call them portulaca. I think snapdragons are probably one of my favorite flowers. I just absolutely love them. They're beautiful. All right, this bed has some bush beans as well. These are green bush beans. Starting to get some flowers. It looks a little sparse because my dogs had completely dug them up. So now they have to get babysat. That's my chicken coop, guys, yeah. Lovely, eh? So these are bush cucumbers here. I've never grown bush cucumbers before. So I'm kind of excited to see what they taste like or how they grow. 2 more zucchini. Check out those potatoes. I mean, they're absolutely wild. Look at these poor volunteer sunflowers. They're starting to get heads on them though. But they got sunburnt. Oh, chickens. Then the high tunnel. If you're new here, what I did was I cut the sides and then I put some leftover hardware cloth that I had from the chicken coop and run. That way I could keep the sides up, because let's look at the thermometer in here. Oh, I almost fell. It's 106 in here. But look at the tomatoes. Peppers are doing really good. We'll be having peppers soon for sure. These are jalapenos. I accidentally put some of the, I wanted all of the hot peppers on this side and all of the not hot peppers on the other side, but I got mixed up. So we built these permanent beds with leftover lumber. As you can see, it's not a very big space, but it is producing a lot of food. So, hi ladies. Dig into China. Dig into China. My goodness, girls. In China. love my chickens. So this area is 7 feet wide and 12 foot long. And I've got, I don't know, probably 25 tomato plants in here. So this is my wild tomato garden. But they are all flowering, looking wonderful. And I am so ready for fresh tomatoes and canning all of them. Okay, well, that is this week's garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspires someone to grow some food, even if it's just in a pot. Grow it. What do you got to lose? Like I've said many a times, gardening, no one's garden is perfect, and gardening, even though you might think that you've failed at something, it's just a learning experience. So I'm sure I'll have lots of learning experiences because I am growing a couple new things this year. And yeah, thanks for sticking around if you made it this long. And until next time, I wish you abundance and blessings. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Like the video, give me a comment on how to keep these darn squirrels out of here, and subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.